Hello, West Virginia students, teachers, parents, and friends. Please allow me to welcome you to the 2021 Martin Luther King Jr. Awards Ceremony, a celebration of diversity. It is an honor to have you here with us virtually to celebrate and to remember the life of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The Martin Luther King Jr. State Holiday Commission and the Beta Beta Omega Chapter Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority are proud to present to you our annual Poster Competition Awards. The West Virginia students in grades K through 12 were eligible to enter the poster competition. The art is required to be original and must focus on the quote from Martin Luther King Jr., "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." The Project on Racism portion of the contest is presented by the Martin Luther King Jr. State Holiday Commission and the YWCA Wheeling. The project invited entries for essays, music, and 5-minute films. This competition is open to any West Virginia student from grades 1 through 12 attending public, private, parochial, or homeschool. Like the poster contest, all entries are required to be original works. The entries must focus on the quote from Martin Luther King Jr., "We may have all come on different ships, but we're all in the same boat now." As the chair of the Martin Luther King Jr. State Holiday Commission and executive director of the Herbert Henderson Office of Minority Affairs, I would like to say thank you to all of our contest partners. Now, let's get to the awards. Enjoy the program.
The West Virginia Martin Luther King Jr. Holiday Commission, in collaboration with Beta Beta Omega Chapter Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, is pleased to announce the awards for the participants in the 37th Annual Poster Competition. Each year, students throughout the state of West Virginia share their artistic abilities by submitting their entries as a way of celebrating the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This year, the mission of the Martin Luther King Jr. West Virginia Holiday Commission is to celebrate the occasion of the 37th Annual Poster Competition as a means to depict the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. All entries had to focus on this famous quote by Dr. King: "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." In the high school division, grades 9 through 12, the first and second place winners are from Lincoln County High School in Hamlin, West Virginia, where Mr. Tab Mathis is principal and Mr. Paul Elliott is the art instructor. The first place award is presented to Zoe D. Davidson, a 9th grade student who used a mixed media on canvas. The second place award is presented to Dana M. Pauley, a 9th grade student who used mixed media of pencil, acrylic, and marker for her poster. The third place winner is Ryan A. Holcraft, a 9th grade student who used pencil as her medium to create her poster. Ryan attends Robert C. Byrd High School in Clarksburg, West Virginia, where Mr. Steve Gibson is principal and Miss Catherine Krim is the art teacher. In the middle school division, grades 6 through 8, all winners are from Hamlin PK through 8 School in Hamlin, West Virginia, where Miss Lori Huffman is principal and Mrs. Ashley Garrett is the art instructor. The first place poster is a joint project created with the media of acrylic by Kinley Bell and Dakota Atkins, both 6th grade students. The second place award is also a joint project created by Ava Spence and Lainey P. Nelson, 6th grade students who used acrylic and colored pencil as their media. There was a tie for third place. Landon Gillespie, 7th grade, used for his media colored pencil. Fallon Parker used graphite and markers to create her poster. Let us congratulate all of these students for creating and sharing their work in the 37th Annual Poster Competition sponsored by the Martin Luther King Jr. Holiday Commission in collaboration with Beta Beta Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. Appreciation is extended to the teachers, principals, and parents for their support. The Wheeling, West Virginia YWCA annually sponsors the essay, music, and 5-minute film competition. Eligibility for participation in the 2021 Project on Racism contest is open to any student in grades 1 through 12 attending public, private, parochial, or home school in the state of West Virginia, or to any student under the age of 20 enrolled in a high school correspondence TASC program in the state of West Virginia. All participants were required to use the following quote from the works of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. "We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now." Reading her first place essay in the elementary school division, grades K through 5, is Helen Miller, a 5th grade student at Anstead Elementary in Anstead, West Virginia, where Marshall Bowling is principal and her classroom teacher is Patricia Siner.
Difference. We may have all come on different ships, but we're all in the same boat now. Rev. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. First, we are going to talk about how I was different and how I found out that I had a lot in common with my friends. I've always been the odd one out. I was bullied at my school for wearing hoodies, being smart, and being quiet. Because of that, I did not want to go to school and miss 33 days of school. Also, because of that, I tried harder, and now here I am in a writing contest, and I am thankful for being here. When I came to my new school, I thought I would be judged and intimidated too, but I found out that I had a lot in common with my new friends and didn't get bullied. I realized that they liked me for being me and wanting to be friends too. We like playing together, sitting together, and being silly together. Second, we are going to talk about what we had in common. When I first moved to West Virginia, I was excited but nervous at the same time.
The first place winner in the middle school division, grades 6 through 8, is Audrey Ferguson, an 8th grade school student at Warwood Middle School in Wheeling, West Virginia. Mr. Joey Sabasic is her principal, and her classroom teacher is E. McDaniel.
When I meet new people, I don't focus on differences. The only thing I can see is how we are all alike. If you meet someone, does your mind automatically go to, we have different hair, different nose, she's short, I'm tall? No, it doesn't. Instead, most people think we both like to draw, we are both athletic, we watch the same show. When I met my best friend, the first thing we talked about was how similar we were and how we had so much in common. You are more similar than different to anyone that you encounter in your life. In 5th grade, I didn't hang out with a group of girls because I thought we were way too different to get along. But as the year progressed, I figured out I was very wrong because I ended up getting extremely close with them and noticed how much we actually had in common. I was surprised, but I'm happy that we put aside our differences because they are the only few people that in my life that make me happy. Differences are what make us unique, but they don't define us.
The first place winners in the film category are students from Mrs. Gregory's class at the Lindsley School in Wheeling, West Virginia. The principal is Mr. Zimmerman, and the participants in the film are 12th grade students Hunter Kelly, Everett Poole, Nico Holworth, Abalaji Oke, Sam Gorance, and Cole Grimm. Students in the 11th grade who participated in this project are Xander Plute, Elmira Razamanova, and Nick Earls.
What do you think of when you first see this quote, and what's the meaning?
I feel like even people are, they look different, they are coming from different countries and places, we still are having the same issues and like different circumstances can affect the same way to us.
It said a lot about the world and how things go, and maybe we all came from different boats, different countries, different lands, but we're all the same and we're all equal. Doesn't matter if you're Jewish, Christian, Muslim, black, white, it doesn't matter, because we're all equal. We live in equal states and nobody is different.
Have you ever experienced any discrimination based on race, ethnicity, etc.?
Yes, I've experienced racism. Once I was walking down the street with my Star of David necklace. A group of people approached me. They spat near me and they called me a dirty Jew, and they said that Hitler was right, that he should have killed us all. And at the same moment, I felt really discriminated. I felt like being a Jewish kid is wrong.
One day I was walking with my brother, we were walking to the store, and the store owner was a white male. Well, previously we had just went to Dunkin' Donuts. It was because it was right across the street from the store, so we went there and then went to the store. As we were in there, the guy kept looking at us all weird because he seen that we had a bag, so I guess he assumed that we were stealing. Like in reality, we weren't. We were just looking for stuff to buy. We're about to go and pay for the stuff, and then the guy like stops us and he goes like, "You guys can't be here anymore." We're like, "Why?" And he's like, "Cause like you have this bag and this bag does not belong." Like we were like, "What? Like what are you talking about?" So because of that, we got kicked out.
Have you seen or do you know anyone that has been discriminated against?
My dad made an illegal U-turn because that road was blocked off because of a crime scene. After he turned, all the other cars passed the police officer, and the police officer stopped my dad and was taunting my dad about like where he's from because of his accent and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. For example, one time I was in the store and there was a girl, she was wearing burqa, and so basically you could see only her eyes. You could actually barely see her eyes. And there were, I don't, for some reason, most of the people think that if someone is wearing burqa or hijab, they're automatically terrorists, which doesn't make any sense.
How does this quote tie into what's going on in the world right now?
Everyone looks different, but we're all going through the same thing right now, like the Black Lives Matter movement, how we all have to try and make changes in the world that we all need to do, especially in our generation.
I think people are forgetting where we all came from. I think they're just looking at trying to see our differences on the outside and not looking inside us and trying to see what actually make us all the same.
If you could say anything to anyone that is racist, what would you say to them?
I wouldn't really be mad. I wouldn't really try to get on them. I would try to encourage them to just learn about other people and their culture, because that's really all you need to do now is like you just need to learn, because it's the uneducated ones who are the ones that are like this, and because of that it's the reason why America, or not even just America, but everybody in the world is in the situation that we are in when it comes to race.
I just asked them to think about if the roles were reversed and how they feel if they saw their family member on the news because of something that happened with an altercation with the police, what they feel if they saw flags around that was racially discriminated towards them, and take that into consideration before they say anything to anyone else.
First of all, it's not nice. You're bullying that person, and you should think yourself in their shoes, like how it feels to be bullied, things that you can't even control. Like, you need to stop.
I just tell them to read the Bible, because most people, they claim they're Christians, and you know that God doesn't discriminate. He loves everyone the same.
I would tell them that it's really inappropriate, and I think they should really learn about all of the cultures, whether it's Christian, whether it's Muslim, or whether it's Jewish. And before they say things that they cannot re-say them, and the people have already heard them, they should really consider what they're saying, because it can be really harmful for a lot of people. I just think they shouldn't do it, and if they wouldn't have done it, the world would have been a better place. As Martin Luther said, we're all equal and we're all the same.
In the original song competition, the first place winner is Juanita Garcia, an 11th grade student at the Lindsley School in Wheeling, West Virginia.
Was I simply not enough? Oh, haters talk and talk, don't let them get in the way. Somehow your radio silence feels worse than they say. Every time I hear someone else talking badly about me, I drown it out. Oh, try not to think about the fact that your silence means our alliance has come to an end. Oh, we're supposed to be friends, but you don't talk to me. Was I simply not enough? Oh, haters talk and talk, don't let them get in the way. Somehow your radio silence feels worse than they say. You only have my back when you get what you want. Pretend to like me, will you get what you need? All you have to do is let me down. Gotta leave this town. We're supposed to be friends, but you don't talk to me. Was I simply not enough? Oh, haters talk and talk, don't let them get in the way. Yet somehow your radio silence feels worse than they say. Did I say something wrong, or have you been faking our friendship all along? Thought we were closer than that, but you switched up so fast. The minute I was sad, felt stuck in quicksand. No one to pull me out, you were not around. I'll never forget how lonely I felt while you just sat by in your radio silence and watched me melt.
Congratulations to all of these students for creating and sharing their work in the Stand Against Racism competition that is sponsored by the Wheeling YWCA in collaboration with the Martin Luther King Jr. State Holiday Commission. Appreciation is extended to the teachers, principals, and parents for their support.
Incredible! On behalf of Governor Jim Justice and First Lady Kathy Justice, I would like to congratulate all of this year's award winners. Well done! Thank you, West Virginia students, for sharing your talents to honor a great man. Thank you to all of our viewers for helping us to celebrate MLK Day 2021. Please don't keep this outstanding award ceremony to yourself. The students worked very hard and they deserve to have their work showcased. So if you're watching online, please share this broadcast so that others may enjoy it. Don't forget to visit the HHOMA website at minorityAffairs.wv.gov and click on the MLK Commission tab to learn more about your commissioners, all awards, contests, and events. You can also find us on Facebook at MLKCWV. We look forward to seeing you again very soon. Goodbye for now.